Welcome back to another reaction video of my old stand-up comedy videos. These videos are from 2021. It's kind of cool to reflect back on your growth as a person and as an artist. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
I live in a studio apartment. Anybody have wall-to-wall carpet? No, everybody has hardwood floors. Everything. No, thank you. No, I do first. So my thing is I think they're brilliant. Whoever invented wall-to-wall carpet. It's like, yeah. How about we just nail down this permanent sponge? And this is gonna be great. They have allergies too. I believe wall-to-wall carpet is kind of equivalent to using a paper bag for plastic surgery. Both are used to cover flaws, but they don't work.
Oh wow, guys. That is pretty embarrassing, actually. One, there was no opening joke, no joke at all. This is when I was in my Andy Kaufman phase. So I was reading a book about Andy Kaufman, and I really liked the way that he worked. I also love that whole thing of, for people to be like, is this really him or is this an act? I think that's such an art right there, to be able to master that. And Andy Kaufman was like the king of that. But also I read in the Lost in the Funhouse, The Life and Mind of Andy Kaufman. Anyway, in the book about Andy Kaufman, it was really interesting because they talked about how Andy would moonlight as a waiter. And that really resonated with me. It was kind of a light bulb moment. It was like, whoa, that's so cool. Because when I went to work then, I was like, I'm not working, I'm moonlighting. And I remember genuinely thinking I was moonlighting instead of working the graveyard shift. But yeah, it totally changed my intention of going to work. It made it more purposeful because it was correlated with my art, to gain observations to use in my writing and performances. And that was from Andy Kaufman, just reading that he would work as a busboy, I think, and he would call it moonlighting. Anyway, so hence why this is pretty experimental. I always wanted to do experimental things with comedy, but I didn't have the chutzpah to do it. Because, in comedy, if you're a prop comic, you're embarrassing. It's personally, I have so much respect for prop comedy, and we should do what we want to do. Anyway, all right, that was about a minute. No joke. Also, I'm very external again. Thinking that talking like that would captivate people's attention more. That's not the case. That is not the case. This is a shrill, this is pretty irritating. So I think really the power is to come with good writing. So you could just drill it. You could drill your jokes. But however, I do remember this, people are playing pool while you're doing comedy, and people weren't really there for the show. People are there to hang out, and they didn't intentionally go to this comedy show. They went to this bar, and then, there was a comedy show. So, here we go.
Let's just staple a carpet down and cover them up.
Yeah. I'm reaching to fill the gaps. I'm reaching. So I should have prepared a little more. No joke. I didn't even acknowledge what the heck this thing was that I'm holding. And this thing is a TV. I wanted to write a joke, and I wanted to have a picture to go with the joke. That's what the TV is. So,
Remember when you were a kid and you take off your shoes and there'd always be that one kid with the dirty socks? That was me. I was the kid with the dirty don't care what other people think. Just be really paranoid.
I was reading this book, also Jean Perret, comedy writing, and I really wanted to write jokes. I see me reaching at the attempt to write a joke. I try to do a switch joke. My mom taught me don't care what people think. And then you're thinking like, oh, she thought to be like super confident. And it's like, she taught, just really paranoid. So I see my goal with that sock thing. I don't, it should have been quicker or develop that a little more. Either a one-liner thing or make it like a 3-joke thing.
New Jersey, I'm so trying to find out why. Why is it called the Garden State? I don't know one significant garden left in New Jersey. That's great.
They're probably laughing at my neighbor's reaction. Because you know when like an audience is cool, having fun, and they react fun, it's like they're not laughing at the joke, but they're laughing at the reaction. And also New Jersey does have some really great farms. So it's like me just self-deprecating my home state. I think as someone a little older, I wouldn't do that. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like, do you mean the Olive Garden?
Lesson learned is that self-deprecating, it's not always the way to go with comedy. You're afraid to be called cocky if you do certain jokes, but so that's why I don't know, self-deprecating, I lean towards that. But honestly, the older I get, the less I like self-deprecating humor. It's not really, it kind of makes me sad, to be honest, because it doesn't have a good vibration to it. If done artfully and properly, yes. I think my favorite humor is humor laughing at how ridiculous external things are. You're the normal one and everything else is weird, or you're weird and everything else is normal. I used to be that. I'm weird and everything else is normal, but the older I get and the more I love and appreciate who I am, the more I grow into my own skin, the type of humor that I love is the world is weird and I'm normal. It's a very weird shift of a point of view. But I can laugh. I can laugh at I'm normal, the world is weird, because it's so much easier to point out how absurd certain stuff is. But when it's all I'm weird, everything else is normal, it just hits me like, instead of like it's less of a release with I'm weird, the world is normal. Anyway.
At least if I don't have a credit, I have my birthday as a credit. No, but I was actually supposed to be born on April 1st. So April Fools, guys. But the reason why I came early was my dad lost his job, and therefore the insurance was expiring that day I was supposed to be born. So we gotta save $5,000. Let's induce her. So yeah, like they induced me like you squeeze icing out of a pastry bag. They were like, hurry up, get her out, save $5,000. That's the basis. That's the through line, the essence of my family. Just save money and bank it to Atlantic City. But no. But like, if I arrived early, I don't get why I couldn't maintain that habit. Like, if I freaking broke into the world early, why couldn't I just be like, all right, I'm gonna be early for the rest of my life? Like, I wish I could induce myself to be early. I'm either 45 minutes early or 45 minutes late, but if I could be induced, like, that'd be phenomenal for everything. You guys are like, do you know induced is drugs? I'm like, exactly, guys.
honestly, I forgot I even had that. Okay.
But no, I mean, Uruguay, England, you guys don't even have that problem. Give it up for being blessed, guys. That's phenomenal. Health insurance.
Oh, okay. Health. Yes, there were people in the audience from Uruguay, and whatever I just said, the UK, I think.
Seriously, you very blessed, or whatever you believe in. Is that a religion? Is blessed a religion? Oh my God, I don't know. You're very universally like awesome to be neutral. All right, totally. I know the next. That is body language right there. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm comfortable. There's an arrow right here. It's not you. It's me. I'm uncomfortable all the time. It's okay. No. But yeah, no. Like, I need good health insurance. I really do. Like, I get myself in weird situations all the time. I moved to LA without a car. And I don't listen to anybody. I'm too hard-headed for that. Anyway, that's why I was born on before April 1st, so I can make the first joke. The first April Fool's joke before anybody else. You're like, dude, you need to take that ADHD pills. You're like, did that mother-inducing you affect you? But no, so here I am in LA, riding my bike back and forth from the graveyard shift at work, and I get hit by a car. I'm flying, and I'm like, I'm getting hit by a car. Like, as I was flying, I'm like, wow. And, you know you get hit by a car in Los Angeles when the first thing the LA driver says to you is oh my God, this never happened to me before. I'm on the floor, I'm like, you are narcissistic, like, help. Cars are driving by, they're like, beep, beep, hey, are you okay? I'm like, me? They're like, no, the driver. She's in her life climax of her movie right now. Her life movie. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Thank you. Wow. God. Can you live with us and you'll be my alarm? That's great. If I could wake up to that, be like, all right. Yes. Woo. Yeah, please. Instead of like, brr, brr, brr. Yes, all right, today's gonna be awesome. But yeah, no. So, where am I from? Maybe you were thinking that. I don't know. I can't read minds. I saw you were uncomfortable. It's okay. I'm uncomfortable all the time. Like, it's okay.
Someone in the audience had their hand on their neck.
I'm from the South, 90 minutes, Jersey.
Oh, I forgot I did that.
But some people think I'm from another planet, so I'd be alien American. I don't know. But no, like a little bit about my family. They're really patriotic. They have this ritual. They go to Boston Market and they just binge on genetically modified foods. They're oh my God, this was so cheap. Yeah. So, yeah, all right, a little bit, I'll go into that. Yeah, I had a good role model growing up. She was, you guys are like, yeah, I could tell, you guys could tell I had a good role model. You guys are like, totally not, that's barely funny. But yeah, no, she was a doctor and a lawyer. My Barbie, guys. No, but my real mentor was actually Books on Tape, guys. You guys listen to Books on Tape? Seriously, I love Books on Tape. Like, you could, like, put some headphones in, put it in your pocket, be vacuuming, like, just let go, surrender in the moment, and you just like totally just learn about yourself. But it does get a little unproductive when you have to stop to turn a page. I'm a visual person, guys. I love books on tape, like the visual aspect.
Even though some jokes were a little tacky, the books on tape or whatever, I still appreciated that I attempted to have a misdirection. But yeah, also you could see in the video, I went through like a stage with comedy where I tried to dress asexual because I was afraid if I wore a dress, it would take away from my golden words. Yeah, so that was that phase. I went through that phase probably about like five years. And then on the weekends, or not on the weekends, do comedy on the weekends, but when I go out, throw on that tight dress and cute little cut top, little crop top, put on the heels. And then, if I saw a comic outside, like while I was out with my friends, be like, really? It's like, that's my way of protecting myself, doing comedy, because I really wanted to be heard. And the truth is, we see amazing female comedians, and that's totally not necessary to like dress bulky and Anyway, guys, well, thank you so much for going on that fun ride with me. It was quite the trip, observing all that. Add me on Instagram at I don't have a niche, and I'm at Amy J Jans. I didn't have access to Instagram Reels, so I had to start fresh, and now I'm overwhelmed. Anyway, add me on TikTok at Amy J Jans, and like everything. So many social media things